between the second and third set. Please help us celebrate the life of this young man and help us defeat childhood cancer. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of Principal Mr. Eric Volleyball, welcome to Martinsville High School and the John R. Wood Gymnasium, where tonight your Martinsville Artesians will battle it out with the Warriors of Whiteland Community High School. First up for the Warriors, number 7, Kylie Sullivan. Number 8, Carly Monday. Number 11, Allie Shelburne. Number 14, Amber McClung. Number 15, Gracie Taylor. And number 16, Kieran Shedden. And starting for the Warriors, number 4, Abby Stoll. Number 5, Haley Coon. Number 17, Lindsay Jones. Number 18, Kennedy Morrison. Number 21, Ashley Riggins. Number 23, Audrey Meeks. And the better for the Warriors, number 9, Grace McCluskey. Head coach of the Warriors, Jill Kane. And now for your Martinsville Artesians. Number 2, Lizzie Zeit. Number 5, Courtney Burnham. Number 7, Kenna Hall. Number 13, Morgan Lyon. And number 15, Emerson Pemberton. And starting for the Artesians, number 3, Emily Martin. Number 8, Macy Dorset. Number 9, Grace Reynolds. Number 10, Mackenzie Martin. Number 12, Emery Carter. Number 16, Allison Massey Decker. And the winner for the Artesians, number 1, Molly Urban. Head coach of the Artesians, Kayla Beck. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise if you're able, remove your hats and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the John R. Wooden Gymnasium for Martinsville Artesian Volleyball here on WREP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, and IHSAA TV. Glad you can join us for this Mid-State Conference matchup between the 17-4 Martinsville Artesians and the 4-9 Warriors from Whiteland Community High School. Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric Meyer. Tonight, a special night as the Artesians are celebrating Childhood Cancer Night. They will be raising some funds in honor of Gunnar Burnham, his sister Courtney. a sophomore here on this team, and we'll touch on Gunner's story throughout the contest here this evening. A mid-state conference matchup between the Artesians and the Warriors, like we said, of Whiteland Community High School. So we're getting set to go here from the friendly confines of the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. We'll wait for this opening rotation and set the lineups. It'll be Addie Stahl, Haley Coons, Lindsey Jones, Kennedy Morrison, Ashlyn Ricketts, and Audrey Minks for the Whiteland Community Warriors. And for the Artesians, they'll have a couple of different people in. You're going to see this rotation come in right away. It will be Emery Carter coming out as Molly Urban, the libero, will check in. Grace Reynolds, Emily Martin, Mackenzie Martin. Also in there for the Artesians, Addison Massey Deckard and Macy Dorset. As we are set to go, it will be Grace Reynolds heading to Florida Gulf Coast. Gets the first serve in, and Martinsville leads it 1-0. Florida Gulf Coast getting a great one. Had a nice news package on Grace on our first MHS Rewind newscast of the year. Braxton Dilley and Dylan Roden shooting and then editing that package together. Grace, like we said, really liked the campus of Florida Gulf Coast and also how the team competes but yet still appears to have fun. And if you've ever seen a shot of the Florida Gulf Coast campus, you can easily see why Grace wanted to go there. Just a beautiful campus. She has over 1,000 career digs and over 3,000 career assists for the Artesians, and Coach Back says that she is so tenacious, just does not want to let anything touch the floor. Macy Dorset on the right side gets that shot to go down, and Martinsville out here early, 3-1 the score. So Mackenzie Martin registered her 1,000th career kill earlier this season. We've got a lot of Artesians with some career milestones, and Mackenzie is outstanding. Kenna Hall will get the attack there, and Martin will go back to serve. Like we said, it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. The teams celebrating really the life of Gunnar Burnham, his sister Courtney, a sophomore on this team, and like we said, we'll touch on Gunnar throughout the broadcast. I'll try to get through this. That goes a little bit long. Blocked at the net. The Artesians just push it over. That attack goes long. The serve forthcoming now for the Artesians. They lead at 6-3 here. We're going to get this updated on the score. Not doing a very good job here of keeping all this straight. 7-3 for the Artesians. They lead here early going. Molly Urban back to serve. Molly, one of the top liberos around as a junior. Kenna Hall on the attack block. Grace Reynolds will go back to Mackenzie Martin as the Warriors trying to maintain here. Grace keeps it alive. Now Macy Dorsett on the attack. Dorsett hammers it in. Urban with the float serve. Some miscommunication there between Reynolds and Emery Carter, so the Warriors will get a chance here on the attack, but Urban right there for the dig. Set back row, Mackenzie Martin into the block. 8-4.
Serving now for the Warriors, number 9, Grace Molesky.
Carter will hit that long, so 8-5. The libero back to serve for Whiteland. Grace Molesky. Into the net, the Artesians can't quite control it. A double hit, and it'll be the Warriors with another point. So Whiteland fell behind early in this one, but the Artesians now 8-6. That serve floats long.
Serving now for the Artesians, number 8, Macy Dorsett.
So Macy Dorsett back to serve for the Artesians now. Like we said, it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. They're celebrating the life of Gunnar Burnham. Gunnar's dad, Tim, friend of mine, down there on the floor, officiating as a line judge. Selling t-shirts. You see, it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and so gold is the color, and you see a lot of schools celebrating that this week in the MSD of Martinsville, raising funds for pediatric cancer research and also for the scholarship that's given out in Gunnar's name. Gunnar would have been a senior this year. Same class as my son, and got to know Gunnar at a young age because I coached him along with his father in flag football, junior league football, little arties, baseball as well. So have some fond memories of Gunnar and growing up with he and his father and his mom. And
back to your season lineup, number 3, Emily Martin.
Emily Martin back to serve. So nice to see that the team can honor Gunnar in this one and raise some funds for pediatric cancer research. I'm going to try to get this updated here on the score. Again, I apologize. We're a little bit behind on trying to keep the scores. We try to figure this out. But Mackenzie Martin definitely hammering that in there. A service ace for the Artesians. We lead it now 14-7, Emily Martin serving. Macy Dorsett can't dig it. Molly Urban can't find it off the floor. That'll go long, 15-8. See the Artesians, like we said, in their gold, celebrating the childhood cancer awareness as Lindsay Zeich will come in to serve for the Artesians and raising some funds for childhood pediatric cancer research, all in the name of Gunnar Burnham. Gunnar's younger sister, Courtney, a sophomore here on this squad. Gunnar passed away his 8th grade year after battling childhood cancer in a rare form of cancer as it was, and said known Gunnar for quite some time. Coached him along with his father in flag football and junior league football. Little Arties. Baseball as well. And look at a substitution now. Morgan Lyon for Lindsay Zeich. Still remember Gunnar fondly and some of the memories we had coaching. If anybody's seen me coach before, they know I'm pretty intense, and if you've seen Tim coach before, that's Gunnar's dad. He's intense as well, so just imagine both of us coaching on the same team, coaching our kids, and our kids got the brunt of it. And but Gunnar always kind of took it in stride and had that southern country drawl when he talked, and so those are the memories I have growing up with Gunnar, and so awesome to see this night in his honor. They're going to raise some money in his honor, also help a little bit with the scholarship that they raise and give out. So that's why Martinsville's wearing that gold. That's the childhood cancer awareness color. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And like we said, the MSD of Martinsville celebrating that. Right now, the Artesians celebrating an 18-9 lead over the Whiteland Warriors, and another point for the Artesians as Grace Reynolds still on the serve, and it seems like Grace is always on the serve when Martinsville's having a run. Warriors having some problems with serve receive here. Nice dig by the Artesians. Grace trying to set middle there. A little miscommunication. You don't see that often with the Artesians and Grace. That'll go long. Another point for the Artesians. 20-9, they lead it. Martinsville 17-4 on a 4-game win streak here. The Artesians are, after they kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch, but really not that much of a rough patch. It was against some very good competition, where starting on September 4th and really running through September 11th, even, really up until the 16th with the teams that they played some really, really good competition. This started at a tournament at Avon, the Avon Classic on September 4th. Here's the lineup of teams they played. Louisville Assumption, the number 1 team in the country at the time when the Artesians played to them and lost to them in 2 games. But they competed really well in that second game against Assumption. It took them a little bit of time, especially in that first game, to kind of get used to it. But Coach Back was happy with the way the kids came back and battled in that second one. And then in that second game of the Avon Classic, the Artesians battled the Carmel Greyhounds and ended up with the win, 2-1 in that one. Then they played Floyd Central, and the next one won 2-1 before they fell to Ursuline Academy out of Cincinnati, a very good team out of Cincinnati. 2-0, they fell to Ursuline Academy in that one, and Coach said the team just kind of ran out of gas because of the Carmel and Floyd Central battles that went very, very long sets. Very intense physically and mentally in that one. Lyon can't control that, and so it'll be another point to Whiteland. And then after that, the Artesians got a win over Decatur Central. Then they came here in a big-time matchup against the Roncalli Royals and lost 3-0 in that one. But those were 3 really close sets in that. And the Royals getting the win. Then the Artesians travel to Hamilton Southeastern for a matchup against the Royals of Hamilton Southeastern and Westfield. The Artesians lost in 3 to Hamilton Southeastern before coming back and beating the Shamrocks from Westfield in 3. Then they travel to Avon last Monday and get to win 3-1 over a perennial power Avon. They're down this year a little bit, but, anytime you can get the win there, that's awesome. Right there, a great kill by Addison Massey Deckard for the Artesians, the freshman in the lineup. And then Martinsville last week, a Mid-State Conference win over Franklin, and then a win at Bloomington North. 2 ball clubs that have been playing very well as of late. So the Artesians, after that little string there where they played some really, really good competition and lost 4 out of 7 matches, were 3-4. That's nothing to be ashamed of, though, against the competition they were playing. They've come back and won 4 straight matches as we get set to kind of round out the rest of the year here and get ready for sectional, a sectional that will be here at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium this year and contain a very good Columbus East Ball Club as well. So set point coming up for Martinsville. It'll be Mackenzie Martin. The little float serve right at the libero. Nobody returns it, and Martinsville wins set number 1, 25-11. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we will come back with set number 2. You're watching Martinsville Artesian Volleyball on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSAA TV.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I'm gonna do that.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolfert, president of the IHSAA Foundation. Lots of high school athletes here in Indiana have gone on to become collegiate All-Americans. A few of them have even turned pro. But participating in high school sports has helped virtually every high school athlete become a good American. That's because playing high school sports teaches life lessons like the importance of persistence, teamwork, tenacity, preparation, and hard work. The IHSAA Foundation was created to help high school administrators and coaches become more effective role models and teachers, emphasizing values that will help their players become better athletes, better representatives of their community, and better Americans. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
We're back at the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Set for set number 2. Martinsville won the opening set 25-11 in this Mid-State Conference matchup. If you're just tuning in, Martinsville in the gold tonight, celebrating Childhood Cancer Awareness. It's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and gold is the color, and the Artesians celebrating the day here today. It's also that week at the MSD of Martinsville, and wearing the gold shirts really in honor of Gunnar Burnham. Gunner's sister, Courtney, sophomore on this ball club. Gunnar passed away from a rare form of childhood cancer his 8th grade year several years ago, and had the honor of coaching Gunnar along with his father in a variety of different sports. So I said, I'm trying to get through this matchup here tonight when I talk about Gunnar without choking up. And the girls' play has made it pretty easy here because they've played very well here against the Whiteland Warriors. They lead at 1-0 here in set number 2 now after winning that opening set 25-11. Martinsville will be raising funds here in between sets 2 and 3 for pediatric cancer research. And Martinsville also has a scholarship to honor Gunnar as well, who, like we said, passed away tragically his 8th grade year. He would be ready to graduate this year. Mackenzie Martin goes off block that time. Gunnar's father, Tim, in attendance down there on the court as a line judge. His mom, Jennifer, also here. Mackenzie Martin will try to tip it around the block. Molly Urban, one of the best liberos around. Speaking of best around, you're not going to find a much better setter than Grace Reynolds there on the dump or the setter attack on the second hit. Instead of the set, they go with the attack and finds an open spot in the Whiteland defense, and it finds the floor, and Martinsville finds themselves out in front. 3-0. And the Warriors, lots of trouble with serve receive. Emily Martin, nice dig. Mackenzie Martin, a great swing that time on the outside. And we talked about it in the first set. Grace Reynolds, no surprise on serve when the Artesians were getting a run there on point. She's back here again serving. The Florida Gulf Coast bound senior. Grace coming in, led the team in aces at 40, but Martinsville are a really good serving team, and Coach Back says that the team really likes to try to use their serve to keep teams off balance, out of rotation. Coach Back always responding to my emails with some great information as we get set and trying to prepare for these contests. It said they try to keep teams out of system, if you will, with their serve. And Mackenzie Martin that time drills another one. Warriors come in with just the 4 wins on the season, 4-9 overall. That'll go long. We point to Whiteland, 6-2.
Now serving for the Warriors, number 9, Grace Molesky.
Grace Molesky, the libero for Whiteland, back to serve. Had stats from Max Preps, but not really up to date. Hit and miss on some of the sets that were there. Kenna Hall will get the side out, and it'll be Molly Urban. Molly also honored earlier this season for her 1,000th career dig, and Coach Back has had to bring out the shovels, literally the shovels, because that's what she gives to her kids on her team that get their 1,000th career dig. Her and Grace Reynolds got that, so it was cool to see those. Grace also honored for her 3,000th career assist, and Mackenzie Martin, her 1,000th career kill as well. But Molly Urban, just a junior, one of the best liberos around, and if you watch Artesian volleyball, you see why. She's back on serve now, and you're going to get timeout by Whiteland, 9-2. There you see the Artesians, and we talked about it. They're wearing the gold, childhood cancer awareness. There's Courtney Burnham dancing a little bit. Kind of wearing the gold here tonight. And all of this in honor of her brother, Gunner. Passed away his 8th grade year. He would have been a senior this year. Got a couple of kids with me here tonight that would have graduated with him, and one of them knows him well. Like I said, got to know Gunner when he was a youngster, a little jokester. Really neat kid to be around. Coached him in a variety of different sports along with his father, and like I said, I remember most about Gunner is his little southern drawl, how he was really kind of laid back, didn't react a whole lot, especially with the coaching temperament of myself and his father. It was just kind of neat to see. A lot easier to look back on that now and laugh and remember it fondly than probably was at the time, but those are just some of the memories I have of Gunner. Country boy at heart. Loved helping his grandpa, working on things, and they gone way too soon. So the Artesians honoring him and trying to fight childhood cancer tonight, raising some money for pediatric cancer research, and also have a mid-state conference matchup here against Whiteland. Macy Dorsett just tips that over and around the block. Martinsville easy winners in the first set here, 25-11. Artesians getting ready for their annual Artesian Classic this weekend. North Central of Indianapolis, Mount Vernon also coming to town, a good Mount Vernon squad. So the Artesians will get a chance to in that, and then they'll have crossovers, I believe, in pool play is how they do it. A couple of different pools, and then the winners play out of those. Reynolds on the tip that time, and it'll be a point to Whiteland. But after the Artesian Classic, the Artesians will battle Perry Meridian next week, a week from tonight. Then they go to Bloomington South, a team they may see in sectional, a South ball club that may be a little deceiving. And they'll go to Mooresville and Terre Haute South to wrap up the season before hosting the IHSAA sectional. Serve, receive, air there by the Artesians, something that they want to try to eliminate as tournament time comes around. And really, Coach Back wants the team to focus on what's in front of them right now. Believes they're getting better every day. They still have a lot of room for improvement, but she really likes where they are right now. Martinsville's not going to sneak up on anybody anymore. They kind of did that a little bit last year at the end of the season, and they aren't sneaking up on anybody this year. They've beaten some good squads. They've played some squads tough, and they're going to get everybody's best when they come out here, especially come tournament time, and they'll have to battle against a team they put out last year in their home gym, Columbus East. So that's going to be really the matchup to me to watch come tournament time is going to be that one. Technology's great. We're trying to start to figure it out a little bit. Braxton Dilly tech directing here, punching the buttons, and directing and teaching really our younger camera people. So it'll be a violation on Whiteland. It'll be Martinsville point. So 16-6 now. We're still trying to get Braxton to be able to multitask. Artesian's up 16-6. Dig by Dorsett, nearly. Grace Reynolds goes flying into the front row, and if you were with us earlier, you heard me talk about Grace and the fact when we interviewed Coach Back for a story earlier this year that Grace, very tenacious and doesn't want anything to hit the floor, and you saw an example of it that time as she goes diving toward the front row of the bleachers in a match that really Martinsville has controlled throughout. And there you get a little bit of athleticism out of Grace Reynolds. That's like when you're playing on that 7-foot goal in Dilly's mini barn and you get down low and just throw down the left-handed jam in somebody's face. That's what Grace does that time as she hammers home the kill. Extremely good athlete, very intelligent, great floor general. Has been the leader on this team, the starting center, since she set foot here as a freshman for Coach Back, and Coach Back expects her to, in a couple of years, be doing exactly the same thing at Florida Gulf Coast. And Grace will go back to serve, and would not be surprised if Grace is able to serve it out here. Martinsville won the first set 25-11. They lead this one by 10. Right there to cover. That'll go long. I would wonder if you would put, one of those bands on Grace to measure her activity in terms of how many miles she goes or how many steps you get. I'd wonder how many miles she maybe goes in a match. It'd be kind of interesting to see because she is all over the court. Have to be a setter, but she is everywhere. So active. And she's not alone. You, as a volleyball player, like liberos as well, they're all over the court also, but really the setter, so active. She's back here in this far right corner right now, and she moves up, runs down the sets, and now she'll be back in the Artesians defense as well, and point for the Artesians. And now Courtney Burnham back to serve. Like we said, they're having the Childhood Cancer Awareness Night in honor of her brother, Gunner. Passed away too soon his 8th grade year. But Courtney, nice volleyball player in her own right. The JV team will be around between sets 2 and 3 to get some donations, and already raised, according to the PA announcer Matt Smith, over $300. I'd like to see some more funds raised for pediatric cancer research. Grace sets the outside to Macy Dorsett from that right side. A lot of teams with that left-hander from the right side spot, so they can get it around that antenna. Reynolds sets middle this time and blocked down. So the Warriors mounting a little bit of a rally here. Emery Carter will check in. And that'll bring Molly Urban back in. Back at the libero spot. Reynolds, right side again to Macy Dorsett. Had to take a little bit off of it to get it over, but the Warriors maintain it. Now the Artesians will try to get the attack here. Again, they'll go to the right side to Dorsett. Kind of your main attack now with no Mackenzie Martin in there.
Serving now for the Artesians, number 1, Molly Urban.
Molly Urban back to serve now for the Artesians. Molly coming in. Second on the team in aces with 35. Make that 36. Macy Dorsett, we talked about her just moments ago. She's the second on the team in kills at 118. Mackenzie Martin by far leading in that category with 278, nearly 5 per set. Dorsett right around 2 a set. So without Mackenzie in the lineup, Macy becomes your main target. Now Urban serving. Little float serve there right at the libero. The attack blocked by Dorsett and Carter. Again, Carter gets a hand on it. Nice job by Urban to cover it, and then the quick set right there to Carter. And it's timeout by Whiteland. They trail it 23-13. Seen a couple of different faces here tonight against Whiteland and thought we would see that. We knew coming in the Artesians would be without Ella Whitney, so you had a new middle starting for the Artesians, Addison Massey Deckard, and then you've seen some other kids get some time here on the court in this matchup. Lizzie Zeich, Courtney Burnham, Morgan Lyon have all seen the court here this evening in this Mid-State Conference matchup with the Whiteland Warriors. Artesians won the opening set 25-11. They lead here in set number 2, 23-13. Looking to make it 5 in a row on the season are the Artesians, and to move to 18-4 on the campaign with several matches left. Believe 7 matches left on the season. I know they have 2 pool play games coming up in their Artesian Classic on Saturday. I believe they will then play cross pool, as that will be the service ace by the Warriors. A good Mount Vernon squad, though, awaiting the Artesians in the second match of the day at 1 o'clock here at Martinsville High School in the Artesian Classic. If you get a chance, get out there and watch the Artesians battle in that all-day event. North Central will be the opponent in the first match at 11. And then a week from tonight, Martinsville will host Perry Meridian in a Mid-State Conference contest, their second to last Mid-State Conference match of the year. Then they go on the road for their last 3 matches, at Bloomington South, at Mooresville, and then at Terre Haute South before they get ready to host the sectional. And last year they won the Columbus East sectional, I think in surprise fashion, over the host East Olympians. And this year, Columbus East and Martinsville will be the favorites, and I believe Columbus East will probably be coming in looking for a little bit of a measure of revenge and trying to get the Artesians on their home court, just like Martinsville did to the Olympians last year on their home court. Carter in the middle, off the attempted dig that time. And Martinsville 1 point away now from winning set number 2 and going up 2-0. Dorsett serving. Nice block that time by Hall and Carter. Again, Hall and Carter. Again, Carter. And that will go long, wide to the side, and the Artesians will win set number 2, 25-17. They lead now 2-0. We will take a break. Once again, you're watching Martinsville Artesian Volleyball on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel and IHSAA TV.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
I'm gonna do that.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolfert, president of the IHSAA Foundation. Lots of high school athletes here in Indiana have gone on to become collegiate All-Americans. A few of them have even turned pro. But participating in high school sports has helped virtually every high school athlete become a good American. That's because playing high school sports teaches life lessons like the importance of persistence, teamwork, tenacity, preparation, and hard work. The IHSAA Foundation was created to help high school administrators and coaches become more effective role models and teachers, emphasizing values that will help their players become better athletes, better representatives of their community, and better Americans. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Being serenaded here by some Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline, and Matt Smith, the PA announcer, doing a great job also DJing and getting the crowd pumped up, ready to go. The girls fired up, ready to go. Out in front, 2-0, and Martinsville will give the ball into the hands of their senior setter, 4-year starter, Grace Reynolds, to get things going here in what they hope will be the third and final set. Bump set by Urban off the block. Point Martinsville. 1-0. They lead it. And if you've watched our broadcast this year, that's one thing we've talked about with Molly, that she's not going to get a lot of opportunities to get assists, because that's the job of Grace Reynolds, the setter, and rightfully so. But Molly, from that libero spot, is the second leading assist person on the team, and a lot of times they come off of those bump sets that she's able to get. So maybe some issues in serve receive, and Molly now becomes the second touch, and she's not going to set it. She's going to bump it up there, but does a great job to put her teammates in position to be able to make a nice attack, evidenced by the fact that has 24 assists coming in. Got one just moments ago, and now Mackenzie Martin back to serve. Mentioned it earlier, Mackenzie honored earlier this year for her 1,000th career kill. Leads the team by far in that category this year, 278 coming in. That kill percentage at about 34%, so I'd like to get that up a little bit, cut down on the errors, but she obviously the go-to hitter for Martinsville and really has done a great job in that role for several years. And so the Artesians will ride her right arm as they head toward tournament time. And not just on the attack, but also serving. Very good weapon serving for Martinsville. Here you see Molly again. That bump set on the outside to Macy Dorsett, but puts her in position to make a good attack there. The Artesians scrambling, can't get to it, so Whiteland finds themselves close here to start the third set. Down 2-0. Kennedy Morrison serving now for Whiteland, and it's the ace. The bottom drops out of that ball right in front of Mackenzie Martin. Said the Artesians coming up this week. Artesian Classic. On Saturday, they host it. A long time hosted that. And we've been covering Artesian volleyball here for several years, the past couple of years. We really started covering volleyball once again and had kind of an increase in some of the number of students and trying to find some of the opportunities for them to be able to cover events. It kind of came about really by the COVID and the lack of people being able to come to games, and so we're glad we've been able to bring you some of the other Artesian athletics here the past couple of years during the fall. Normally cover football, but have been able to add the volleyball and then added girls soccer, adding the boys soccer as well. So it's a busy fall for most of the students here in the RTV program, but they're doing a nice job trying to bring you coverage. And, you know, we're trying to make this experience for our kids. If we're going to produce the games, we're going to try to do it that will benefit them in the future. So we've got multiple cameras. We've got people tech directing, pushing the buttons and those kind of things, producing it, trying to learn some skills that if they wish to travel and do this in the future, that maybe this will help them out a little bit rather than just set up one camera and let it roll. So that's why sometimes we're not doing everything. And just to be honest with you, it'd be really hard to cover everything. We don't have enough hours in the whole week, I don't think, to be able to do all those. So we try to do the best we can. Hopefully you enjoy our coverage here on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Always open for sponsors, donations. If you'd like to send them to us at the high school or get in contact with me, please feel free to do that. But big shout out to the kids in the RTV program that come in here and help produce this as an extra part of their class. So they're giving up their time, their day to come in here and help bring you Martinsville Artesian Athletics live stream. And doing a nice job here in the volleyball match, and a lot of times in this covering sports that a lot of times they don't fully understand, so it takes them a little while to get used to doing it. We go over in class some things that we're expecting out of them. We show them some examples and that kind of stuff, but we can't simulate it. We'd love to. We'd love to be able to simulate this in class, and, you know, we'll probably talk with Coach Bowen or Mr. Bowen at some point and see if, hey, you know, a couple of days a week, can we get the volleyball team out of class so we can practice taping and they can maybe practice as well. But I think you can see the difficulties in that. So we kind of learn as we go, and the kids do a good job once they settle in. So, you know, give them a little bit of a break, too. They're trying to do something new to them as well and bring you coverage of Artesian athletics also. And doing a nice job here today, led by our super senior here, Braxton Dilley, who's tech directing it. And I think Braxton's kind of caught on here. He's kind of multitasking. And just to give you an idea, so Braxton here is doing our tech director's job. And so he's watching the cameras. He's switching the cameras. He's also keeping track of the score and keeping that updated. But maybe more importantly, he's communicating to our camera people, making sure they have the right shot, coaching them up when they don't, and those kind of things. So it's a big responsibility that normally we give to our seniors or kids that have been in our program a couple of years, and he's done a great job. Silas McFarland's done a great job this year too. Tech directing, all the kids in the program have done a fantastic job trying to bring you Artesian athletics. This is our first live stream of the week, and we will have one tomorrow. It will be the Whiteland week continuing in girls soccer. And then on Thursday, we'll wrap up Whiteland week, our coverage of it, with boys soccer as we host the Whiteland Warriors. The football team will travel to Whiteland on Friday night to battle the Warriors. We won't have that game, but I'm pretty sure that Whiteland's TV program, their Whiteland Entertainment and Sports Network, see the play there off of ESPN, will be covering that, I believe. So you'll have the opportunity, if you can't get out there and support the Artesians, to watch that. I'm not sure if that matchup will be free to view or not. I believe it will be. Like ours, free to view. A lot of schools in the mid-state charge. But I believe that that matchup, if you can't make it out, get out to Whiteland, support the Artesians and support high school athletics in general. But if you can't get there, another great way to support it is to watch it. And if you do have to pay for it, the money goes to the broadcasting programs there, and they deserve great support as well. So it's a win-win for everybody, really. And like we said, if you can't get out and support that, please maybe tune in and watch that on Friday night, or you can always tune in to WCBK as well. So I believe Whiteland will have that matchup coming up on Friday. Not quite sure. I know we will not be there. But as always, you can check us out on YouTube. And if the YouTube stream doesn't work for some reason, not that happened on Friday night or anything, but you can always find us on IHSA TV as well. Proud to be a part of IHSA TV, and proud to say that former student of ours, Heath Shanahan, is really in charge of running the show there at IHSA TV, and Director of Broadcast Operations at the IHSAA. So he's done a nice job of getting that network set up, and it really did a great job helping people be able to continue to watch high school athletics live stream-wise when they weren't able to get into games in person during the COVID last year, and it's really continued this year as well, and really helped some broadcasting programs as well around the state. So some schools saw the benefit of doing that and the benefit to their kids and getting kids opportunities, and so a lot of people have jumped on board with that. Heath, a big responsibility for him. He's really helped grow that there at the IHSA, and like we said, proud to call Heath an alum of Martinsville High School and the MHS Rewind program. And Heath's class there, we've got several kids that are still involved from that class that have come back and helped us out. And see Tyler Atkins, the Artesian QB, out doing some mop-up duty, and he'll be on the floor or on the field on Friday night. The Artesians try to get a win over the Whiteland Warriors. Decent student section here today. Kennedy Morrison back to serve now for Whiteland. It's a closer one, 14 apiece. Gonna haul into the block. Grace Reynolds, Macy Dorsett. That'll get down. I talked with Coach Back earlier this week, like I do before the matches that we do via email, and she does a great job responding and giving great answers to this. And, you know, she mentioned that Whiteland can shock some teams. They can surprise you. Can been an improving program. They'll have to play a good game, Martinsville will, and that you can't overlook the Warriors. The Artesians with 2 fairly easy victories in the first 2 sets, but the Warriors hanging tough in this one. So Martinsville trying to battle back, up 15-14, and a good chance here, but nice dig by Reynolds, and then good swing by Macy Dorsett, and just on a ball that seemed like it got Martinsville out of system, out of rotation, and really limited your options. A great dig by Mackenzie Martin, and then Grace Reynolds able to put the set right where it needs to be to give Macy Dorsett a good look at it on the attack, and Macy almost the beneficiary of that one again, and that was courtesy of Molly Urban. Molly almost gets a dig there, can't quite get it, but Artesians very solid team-wise. Playing without their middle here tonight in Ella Whitney. And a serve-receive error by the Artesians has it tied up at 16. So Martinsville, I'm sure with a couple of matches coming up this weekend that they'd like to get out of here with a win if they could in 3, as that one sails wide and Martinsville retakes the lead. But they had a tough stretch of games like we talked about, where going back at the Avon Classic starting on September 4th, where they battled Assumption from Louisville, the top team in the country at the time, Carmel, Floyd Central, Ursuline Academy, very good squad out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and then battling Roncalli a little over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago, and then Hamilton Southeastern, Westfield, Avon last week, an improving Franklin squad, an improving Bloomington North squad. They've had a tough stretch of matches, and the girls able to come out of those tough matches, especially against those really quality teams where they finished 3-4 and were able to stay mentally tough and have ripped off 4 straight wins since that time. Coach Back saying the team's really proved that they can be mentally tough and stay focused and finish out a week. She says the team has never been this mentally focused at this point in the season after such a long week, and kind of starting to zero in, focus in, if you will, as tournament time gets ready to start for the Artesians, a tournament in a couple of weeks that they will host here at the John R. Wooden Gym. Unfortunately, it's over fall break, but hopefully they can get a good crowd out here and hopefully win their 2nd straight sectional title. Coach Back feels the team's getting better every day. She feels like the team's really where they need to be as they get ready for the tournament, but they're focused on making some small improvements every single moment, get better every single moment, every point, every set, every match, those kind of things. And so trying to learn from their mistakes and get better. You can see they've kind of focused in here. They were kind of tight in this match, kind of pulled away a little bit here on Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. Artesians wearing gold in honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness, in honor of Gunnar Burnham. Saw his mom Jennifer just walked by here, and they're raising some money for pediatric cancer research. And Gunnar's sister, Courtney Burnham, a sophomore on this squad. Gunnar, passed away way too soon. His 8th grade year. He would have been a senior this year. Had the honor and privilege of coaching Gunnar when he was a lot younger with his dad, and enjoyed some great times. And Still remember him fondly, and still occasionally see his pictures come up on some of our timelines and things, and brings a smile to the face. So great the team can honor him tonight, and they've honored him in a good way here. Up 2-0. Looks like they're in command of this one too, hoping to get a straight set sweep here over the Whiteland Warriors. Kenna Hall on the attack that time. It'll be out, as Macy Dorsett says, yeah, that's out. I'll let it go. Martinsville coming up, like we said, this week. Saturday, Artesian Classic. Get a chance to get out here to MHS and watch the Artesians battle in that Classic. Should be a good matchup at 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock, as they will battle Mount Vernon, a strong ball club. Next week on Tuesday, Perry Meridian will fly in here to town. The Falcons coming in to battle the Artesians. Then Martinsville wraps up on the road at Bloomington South, at Mooresville, and at Terre Haute South. As again, Grace Reynolds all over the place, really sees the opening in the floor, and there's that setter attack. That time, and Artesians a couple of points away. Emily Martin back to serve. Emily's come in as a freshman and played well. Dorsett with the dig. Now Martinsville will free ball it over here, and the Artesians an opportunity, or at least Whiteland an opportunity. And there's Emery Carter. Nice block solo for the point there. The Warriors some problems with their passing. Married out of the problems of their serve-receive. They've had some issues with that. Kind of get them out of system, and then Martinsville's been able to respond. That time, Emery Carter and Mackenzie Martin teaming up at the net for the block, but Warriors will get the point. Martinsville, though, a couple of points away. No room for error here for the Warriors. Martin hammers it into a block. That may have been Mackenzie's best swing of the night, but it was blocked by the Warriors. But fortunately for the Artesians, that block went to the net on their side. And Martinsville now 1 point away from winning the match, and it will be Courtney Burnham on to serve. Match point here. Her dad, Tim, not even looking at her, stoic as she serves here for the match. Artesians over, and that'll be a violation on the Warriors, and the Artesians win it 25-18 here over the Whiteland Warriors. Martinsville 25-11, 25-17, 25-18. They win it 3-0. Martinsville wearing the gold for Childhood Cancer Awareness Night. That's the color for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Raised over $600 tonight to go to pediatric cancer research in the name of Gunnar Burnham. Gunnar's sister, Courtney, a sophomore on the team. She just served match point. And Martinsville wins it here tonight as the Artesians move to 18-4 on the season. This has been a student production of WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Students in the RTV program at Martinsville High School responsible for producing the game here this evening. On cameras tonight, we had Will Keller, King Vaughn as he's known around these parts, Annie Beers, and Ezra Pauly. Braxton Dilley, like we told you, tech directing here tonight, doing a nice job pushing the buttons for those students. I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. Martinsville in 3 sets over the Whiteland Warriors here tonight. 25-11, 25-17, 25-18, the final.